Joining me now, Democratic Congressman Eugene Vindman. Congressman, thanks so much for joining.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
So this has failed in the Senate. The House is still going to vote on this, uncertain whether it gets through. But regardless, the president's desk, he would never sign something like this. Did Democrats achieve something by seeking this vote?
Well, look, we have to have this vote. In my opinion, this is the most important vote that I will be taking during my tenure here so far. And we've taken some pretty important votes. But here, American blood and treasure is on the line. And the point that you made during the lead-in is probably the most important point. Where do we go from here? It sounds like we don't know what the objectives are. The Secretary of Defense said it may take 4 weeks, it may take 6 weeks, because he has no idea what the president, he said so himself, what the president's objectives are. So is it regime change? Is it degrading Iranian capabilities? We don't know. The case was never made to the American people. It was never brought to Congress for a fulsome debate. And we had that at least in 2003 in the Iraq war. And here the president takes us to war, a war of choice, without so much as a by your leave.
Secretary Hegseth said today that this war is not at all comparable to Iraq. You're a veteran of the Iraq war yourself, and Carolyn Levitt from the White House podium today said the president's at least open to the possibility of a U.S. role in Iran after military action. Do you agree there are no parallels here to the Iraq war?
Well, I agree to the extent that, at least in Iraq, there was a coalition of willing. There were a number of countries that joined us, that there was at least a fulsome debate, an attempt by the administration back then to lay the case for why we need to go to war with Iraq. And it was obviously based on lies. It was based on WMDs, so really reminiscent of what we're hearing now. The president claiming that they're weeks away from a breakout capability, even though in May when he bombed them, he said we had obliterated that capability. So this administration has really no idea what they're talking about. It's a war that is started in violation of international law, in violation of domestic law, without a case being made to the American people, and costing blood and treasure. Like I said before, 6 Americans have died so far, 6 grievously wounded. The president has already said that there will be more in a dismissive way, frankly. And at the same time, costs are skyrocketing, and it's costing about $1 billion a day to fight this war at a time when Americans are having a hard time getting by.
Those are the costs, but the U.S., according to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, has made enormous progress in terms of reducing Iran's military capabilities, its missile capabilities included. In your view, has this war served U.S. national security interests?
Well, color me skeptical, Jim, but again, just in May of last year, the president had said that we had obliterated Iranian nuclear capabilities. Obviously a lie, because we're here just months later with Iranians, according to the president, being weeks away from nuclear breakout. I think that's frankly also a lie. But the administration can't get its story straight. I think this war is being fought because the president has become enamored with military power. This is now the 6th conflict that we've engaged in. So twice, this second time in Iraq, but Nigeria, Venezuela, the Caribbean, Yemen. The president is enamored with military might, and he is unrestrained in the exercise of that, which is why it's so important that Congress play the role that the founding fathers had dictated, and that we have a debate and that we authorize the use of military force.
Prior to the war, there were apparently some inside the administration who were concerned that expending the munitions to carry out this war, particularly missiles, Tomahawk missiles, air interceptor missiles, would, first of all, happen very quickly, and then put the U.S. at a disadvantage or at risk in other theaters, including in Asia. It's my understanding, and just reported, that dwindling U.S. missile stocks have been a subject of the Hill briefings regarding the war. Does this war open the U.S. up to vulnerabilities elsewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a math issue. Every time we shoot a Patriot that costs $3 million to take down a $50,000 drone, which the Iranians have hundreds, probably thousands of. They also have thousands of missiles. We diminish a limited, a finite stockpile. And so the math is simple. We only have a certain amount of interceptors, and at some point we'll exhaust that. This operation is really based on hope. So the administration is hoping that our air power is able to bring the Iranians to their knees before we exhaust our missile defense stockpile, and it becomes, the costs really start to build up. And they're hoping the Iranian people rise up against the regime. And so in the military, we have expressions, hope is not a plan. And I'm frankly concerned about where we go from here.
Congressman Vindman, we appreciate you joining the show.
Thank you, Jim.